12.90.
A very successful member of the successful 36ers here in Adelaide, and he's a fine athlete too, Al. I think he got a whitewash, and he did, in fact, do some amateur athletics this year, but not all too successful. He's a fine basketballer. Let's have a look at some of the highlights now of that great game from Central District yesterday.
It is. Taylor can't get it out. Players go in hard. I think it could be Bowman, or is it going to be Taylor? Taylor, the free kick in the big centre square. Puts out the pass. Out comes Nichols. He's got it. Fine pass. Low to the ground.
Parker won the top, and it was a delightful one to McDonald. McDonald to Detman there towards half forward. Good mark in defence. That's his third for the afternoon as he puts it towards half forward. Jackwea one-handed. Chance for Lee at the back, over the top to Shields. Cleverly on to Graham. Here's a chance for the Dogs. Graham's clear. Lines up the goals and boots it through.
Bowman wants it in the square. So too does Taylor. Harris is going to put it up now for Taylor. Taylor sets himself. He's got it. Lost his head in the process, but he's got an extra play on. Loose chatting, gives out the handball. Quickly now, Templeton. He's got it. Lay down was there.
Bubner came from the side, got it in the direction of Krieg. Now Flintoff, Lee the chance, into the open goal. The kick is low, but it's good.
Yes, it's developed into a duo struggle now. And we've played 19 minutes. Oh, taken now by Bubner. Heads to goal, blazes away and puts it through.
Kick from Little. Parker and Taylor fly against one another, but that's a fine mark to Andrew Taylor. Graham off. Holds his ground pretty well. It was too far over his head. Jackwea goes back after it, or lost control of it. Lee, that was Brady to Graham on the left foot. He's going close. He's got all the way, I think. I don't know whether a drive and a hammer. No! 2 goals to Graham. 23 points is the lead to the Dogs. Currently in third spot. They've won 11 games, drawn 1, lost 7. And a win here would really consolidate their position. There's a goal!
Towards Flintoff, McGrath coming through. Haylock a chance now. Got the kick away under pressure. Looking for it is Little. Coming to meet it, doing well is Fuller. Fuller hooks out the pass. Templeton. Whoop. Got laid to rest from behind.
Bowman in front of Shields, takes the mark. Templeton wants it short. He's gone deeper than that. Coming to it is Taylor. Good mark. Superb mark by Taylor. The handball over to Templeton. He's gone long into the pocket. Nichols getting back. It's too long for him, but he's a chance in the pocket. He'll swing onto that left foot. Oh, strong tackle, Vodka. Superb tackle from behind. Stay close to the line on that outer side. Taylor, superb mark. He's a fine footballer, Andrew Taylor. The kick now. Put it back to the square. Parker lurking there. Almost Parker at the back. Nichols off the ground. Nichols. Ron Fuller in there. Also Jolly. The handball came to Martin. Martin chips in short and finds Templeton. Now McDonald's loose, but he's going to ignore him and go for distance. The kick is to the square. Sewer shepherding goal.
Haylock hooks around towards the half-forward line. Sewer's got it. Trying to get a handball away to Fuller. Clear. Fuller bungles one. Gives it back to Zipzap. Zipzap heads to goal. 30 metres out. Gives it a ride. It's a goal. Kick number 4. Goal number 1. The Warriors starting to fire on all 4 to put the Warriors into attack. He could use Detman, dummies the handball, gives it back to Big Max Parker. Caught on the left leg, he wobbles one in towards Taylor. Back in defence, saw it beautifully. Harris now gets over the handball. Nichols, walking goal, he's got another one. Goal number 4. Fuller, who got banished from centre during that half-time break. When Templeton went there, gives it out to Rogers. A fine game from this player. He kicks long. Taylor on the lead, and he's got it. Oh, what a superb game. Perhaps beaten in the first quarter, but he's played brilliantly since then. Dummies gives a handball out. McDonald close to goal, puts it through. Could be game, set, match. Brilliant goal, McDonald. McDonald. In support out there was Templeton, couldn't. Well done there by Jolly. Jolly to the half-forward line. That's a fine mark pulled in. A one-grabber. And it's taken by John Martin. Down goes Libas, taken away by Haylock, kicks around the corner. Ralphie Sewer looking to pass off, kicks high in towards the square, looking for it, Botka, Nichols there with him. One-on-one, they go to the pocket. Back there, Harris is looking for the ball.
It was 6 in a row for the Warriors, 13-10 to 10-6. Templeton and Nichols got 4 each for the Warriors. McDonald 2, Sewer, Harrison, Taylor 1 each. And for the Bulldogs, Graham and Mandamaker got 3. Flintoff, Lee, Bubner and Shields 1 each. James Fantasia and David Flintoff in the studio this morning. And congratulations, James. And I'm just wondering what did happen at half-time, if anything, because apparently in the first half, not too good, but in the second half, very good.
Yeah, I guess our backs were really against the wall at half-time, and Malcolm came in and he went through a few players. He mentioned how some players weren't performing and doing what he had asked of them. When
you say he went through a few, what...
Well, he just singled out a few guys. Oh, actually, when I say a few guys, he probably went through just about everyone in the team.
Really?
And
not a dressing down type of situation?
No, not really. It wasn't anything harsh, but just things that you knew yourself, I guess. Yeah. And, you know, they really pulled it out. They just knew overall, he just said there's 20% left in each one of you to improve.
Right.
And if you really want to play footy throughout this season, you've got to do it now. You know, and we did it.
And it worked.
And you gave him 50%, didn't you? Not 20.
Yeah, that's
What happened to you, though? First half good. Mandamaker on fire in the first quarter. Could have kicked 5 in the first quarter. Did kick 3, and you looked tremendous. Then nothing.
Yeah, frustrating at half-time. Cowboy said to us we knew Woodville would come out fighting like that because that was the way they've been doing it over the last few weeks, and who knows, history now.
That's exactly right, David, and to you, James, every week you come from behind. And I don't mean just a goal or two, it's 4 and 5 goals from behind. Do you need to sort of have an early setback to get the side up and going or something?
Yeah, I don't really know, Graham. I mean, it's a funny game, football, isn't it? I mean, you're right, in the last few weeks that's what's been happening to us, but it's pleasing in that we can do that and come back, but it's not so pleasing in the fact that we're not really putting together 4 quarters.
What's going to happen when you hit the front early in a game and, you know, get 4 or 5 up?
Well, I think we've done it once this year.
Against Woodville,
it was against Central
first time
and we won 101 points.
Exactly.
So I guess, you know, that's saying something.
James, I need a bit of support here. I've been copying heaps about Andrew Taylor. Just tell him how good he is.
Oh, he's a very good footballer. He's been down the last few weeks. I mean, for an Andrew Taylor, he still has been doing his bit, of course. But yesterday he was superb. You know, but he was supported all the way with guys like Max Parker.
And the thing I liked about him more than anything was in the first half when you were really struggling. He was the only forward that was giving you anything. His body was there, he was competing, keeping it in the area all the time.
And that's his forte, his courage is outstanding. Yeah. I saw him run backwards for a mark against North Adelaide early in the year that turned the game at Woodville Oval.
I think his recovery, he's a very athletic man and his recovery is outstanding. I was a little bit surprised, David, to see in the replay there, Craig Brady at centre half back. What led to that scenario?
We started with Brett Hannum on him, I think, for the first half. I can't quite think he went on to win the
Peter Bything.
Peter Bything, that's right.
Neither of those players could handle his athleticism, his recovery and his good play?
No, that's right. He's a bit quicker across the ground, even though it was wet for those two. They tried Brady in the last quarter and I think he did reasonably well, but he's an exciting player.
Tommy Trevor had a job to do on Ron Fuller yesterday.
Oh, not again.
Well, he has to have a job every week. It had to go.
He won one of the awards last night at the club. Yeah, he did his job reasonably well.
What's going to happen the week he's told not to play on somebody? He might take him apart, you know.
More than that, I can't wait for the day that somebody tags him. Have you go around and
if I ever coach again, that's the first thing I'm going to do. Someone tag Trevor Rowe, honestly.
Well, how did Ron Fuller go? James?
I thought, yeah, Ron did enough. I guess he was one of those players coming up to half-time where and Malcolm just come up to you and said, look, we would like a little bit more from you. Because Ronnie's been in superb form lately. The week before he was our best. And I guess the thing is, when you cut a guy like Ronnie out, there's going to be another 18 or 17 guys on the field that are going to back yourselves up, and that's what's been happening, which is really good.
James, I think we should give a special mention also to Michael Temple in his third quarter. I think he had 11 kicks in the third quarter, and he was the instigator, wasn't he?
Oh, he really was really good yesterday.
Actually, James, I think that his possession or disposal rate is pretty close to the top in the league. I think it's 28. I think that might be even ahead of Anderson from Port Adelaide and a bit behind McDermott from Glenelg.
Just fill me in, James. Your pre-match team had Steve Jarkey on a wing. Did it go that way? No.
No. Steve didn't actually start on the wing. He went back to the back pocket.
Right. Ian Deppen to a wing?
Yeah, Ian went up there.
I picked that right. I didn't see the game, so I'm just...
Yeah. Well, it's pretty hard. We really do I guess we try to set ourselves a way of lining up, but when we have a look at their team and how we think it's going to happen, well, we just might change a few.
The other week you had a big fella on the wing in your pre-match team, centre half back Andrew Rogers.
Yeah.
Has he ever played there?
The funny thing was Andrew finished up there the
Really?
week before, and that's and we lined up the way we finished off.
They are very flexible, even. They are.
Yeah, but speaking of, Andrew Rogers played really well wherever he goes, so he's been doing his bit.
on fire.
It's good. Yeah, it's excellent.
Hey, thanks, James and David, for coming in. David, Port Adelaide next week at Elizabeth, and James, you've got, I think, North Adelaide in the early game of the double headers at at Football Park next week. So, two very important games. And just before we go out.